I was speaking to a couple of clients the other day. They had a friend there with them, and he was asking why would any private individual need an intelligence agency? What is there that we don't know that's going on? And of course, he's asking me, and I'm telling him that there is literally nothing that's going on that you really know everything about unless you are getting insider information. Because since the time we are children, we have been mass programmed to do things and operate within a system that a small group of people have been controlling. Now, this has not always been going on, but it has the capability in every generation to arise. If you don't believe it, this is something also that was shared with an Ivy League mom. You're talking about someone who's upper echelon of intellect, right? Upper tier in income. And they were showing their children this cartoon. And they were absolutely shocked when I shared this with them to learn that, yes, mind programming, stealing of our minds, even our children's, happens at a very early age. Watch.
CoComelon operates is they've got a child sitting in a room with two screens in front of them. One screen plays CoComelon, and the other screen has something mundane that happens during the day. Somebody getting a haircut, grass being cut on the lawn, someone going out for a walk. And there is a...
So first of all, as you're listening to this, these cartoons that your kids watch on YouTube or on wherever they're watching, mind psychologists are taking these children in lab-like situations and playing them frame by frame, these cartoons, to help mind control them into not being able to look away from the screen.
Experimenter in the room who is looking at what is the screen that the child is choosing to look at. As long as the child's attention is on CoComelon, it's all good. The moment the child looks away from CoComelon at the screen where the real life event is happening, the experimenter makes a note of it. All the scenes where the child starts looking away from CoComelon are collected. It goes back to the editor, and these scenes are replaced with fast cuts, with bright, flashy images.
Pause right here for a second. Now, of course, everyone wants someone to spend as much time or to pay attention to something creative that they made, possibly for the benefit of, not only entertaining, but maybe education. But after 30 years of being involved in this and having a degree in marketing and advertisement, I completely understand the witchcraft involved in the making of cartoons and children's advertisements in movies. And this has been going on since I was a child. And this type of Edward Bernays type of psychological mind control affects every single one of us, even people with an Ivy League education. These individuals running these programs have molded all of us into a box. Vote for this person, invest your money here, take one of these in your arm, follow your doctor's orders when it comes to that. Don't look at alternative healthcare. All right? That's a conspiracy theory. Don't believe that. This is why we have the intelligence agency now. Because even very wealthy people believe they're making the smartest decisions and making clear decisions on things without being influenced by propaganda. Let's watch more.
With audio effects, and these effects are stacked one on top of the other. The camera panning movement, the audio, the video, these effects are stacked on top of each other, and it is made in such a way, frame by frame by frame, that the child cannot look away from the screen. The way...
Now, this has been going on since we were children. In the book I wrote, Millionaire Mindset, I uncover how many hours, how much lifetime we spend in front of the television and even watching commercials, and how those commercials have used a witchcraft type of programming to implant messages of things we wouldn't normally think, to get us to do things we wouldn't do, and to comply to things we would not normally comply to. And this is because a small group of people have utilized old, ancient Babylonian magic tricks, money magic, advertisement, social control. And they are using it, as you can see here. This is why I use this clip, so that you could see just how abhorrent it is of what they're willing to do to even children, to get them at a very early age to make sure they are boxed in to the matrix. And so if you would like to escape that matrix yourself, I'll leave a link to the intelligence agency. And this is what we're about. We're not about eradicating something or taking something on head on. We're about letting a few select group of elite people who are willing to take charge of their life, to understand the world that is going on around them, who don't want to remain a normie. And it doesn't matter how much money you have. I don't care if you live in Beverly Hills or Boca Raton or in New York City somewhere. Your wealth does not equate to an education or to the fact that you are not mind controlled by this system. And no one likes to be tricked, to have a lifelong magic trick played on them. This is what I learned. Now, the average normie out there will want to go back to YouTube and just start watching videos. Maybe I'll run across something that'll give me information. You can't find it on the internet. You cannot find the information any longer on YouTube or any other platforms in depth enough and in enough subjects to free your mind on this. If you want to know more information about the intelligence agency, if you want to be set free and stop being pandered to by these people controlling your thoughts, controlling your children, take a look at this video. What are they doing to your children? You wonder by the time your child gets a certain age why they seem different from you. They are literally willing to implant messages, deep psychological messages into your child, so they rebel against you, so they don't love you later in life. These things are being done. And if you care about your kids, if you care about your life, your health, everything, you got to step outside the matrix and join the intelligence agency and start freeing your mind away from the witchcraft. All right, guys. Until next time, check out our next video coming up here. Be sure to watch it. There'll be a string of videos covering subjects like this. And if you want more in-depth information, we always have the in-depth stuff we cannot talk about on these platforms. People ask us, why don't you just tell us? You cannot. The minute you start to really reveal this, you have to understand platforms are controlled by the people who are doing this kind of stuff to your kids. So you need to look deeper into things. We'll see you on the other side. I'll leave a link into the description or comments below.